Good morning. Today is my very first video for my podcast. And I just decided that there's no time like the present. It's so hard to be ready. We're never ready. We're never ready for anything. Were you ever ready for a test or a promotion or a challenge? We're never ready. Wallace is ready. So, good morning and welcome to my place. I wanted to show you a couple things and just break the ice, get off the ground, take off, launch the rocket. So here we are. And hopefully this will be my worst, right? The first, unplanned, unpracticed, just all about what we're going to talk about. So, that's my new thing. I found it in a little thrift store. I'm not cleaning up for anyone. This I started from one leaf. Just pulled a leaf off a plant, stuck it in, and look what I got. It does take patience. I'm not great at patience. I don't grow plants from seeds because I really manipulate them to death before they even get a chance. I have to feel them and touch them and see if they are good and if they're taking root, and I basically drive them crazy so they don't have a chance. So I have to start with bigger plants. I'm just learning that one. Now, that's my little keyboard. I have always loved music, but I was born with no musical ability at all, none. So I taught myself to play. I first learned when I was 5 by my Uncle Creswold, and he taught me Swanee River, with one finger. And so I learned that, and just recently I bought that, and about 2 years ago, and taught myself fleur-de-lis, which is pretty cool. I love it. Okay, so this is the kitchen, and I'm all about this thing, which heats up water so quickly. So if I'm going to make tea or boil pasta or something, or Jell-O, I make it in that. And it's done right away, and then I just put it in my pan. And I also just got that at the thrift store, which made me have to make cookies. But I gave the chocolate chip ones to my little neighbor guy. He's like 7 or 8, and he's one of my really favorite little people. And so he came by yesterday, and of course I've drank the coffee. Oh, I got this yesterday at the thrift store. How about that? It is so cool. And it's real heavy, as you can see. Just perfect. I love it. I don't know why I love it. Why do we love things? I don't know. So I guess this show is all about things that I love, maybe. So that's my crutch word. It used to be that my crutch word was, most people have a crutch word of but so is really my problem word. So I'm gonna, but, neither but, nor so. Just start the conversation. Here is my back porch, and everything on my back porch is a project. So let me share with you my projects. This is basil, organic basil. It goes in the garden. My garden is really, really cool to me. And these are some of my projects. Now, they may look like kind of normal projects until you start seeing that I should have been an archaeologist. I have got so many things that I've collected. And I love, this is very cool. Look at this. How about that? Can you imagine making your tools like that? I just love it. There's so many things here that I could really get stuck. showing you quite amazing things, actually, but we'll do that another day. Pieces of pottery. David calls me a mud dauber, and I guess I am. Anyway, I just found these to take when I'm in the creek. David says the holes are too small, but I think it'll still be practically helpful. And this is my project. I got this shelf, and I did not realize that someone, I think, tried to redo it with like paste or something. I got that from Texas, David's uncle. Oh, I see the woodpeckers. You're lucky. This is a new plant, and I'm totally redoing my garden. So I've taken apart all kinds of things. That is an azalea and my rose bushes, and there are a couple raspberry plants and a grape plant. Oh, those are some seeds that I'm starting. Aren't they beautiful? Ah, I love those. That's a money tree. How beautiful. I hope you can see these. These are my little lettuce plants. Let us be happy. Strawberries. I don't know. I bug them too much. And this is so exciting to me. I'm starting a sweet potato from a sweet potato. It's so easy. And so you just put a sweet potato in the dirt, in the soil, and if you can see right there, don't know if I can get it where you can see it, is a plant that's coming up. And then I'm going to have sweet potatoes. And that's going to be so fun. I had a garden last year, and it looked as beautiful as any garden you've ever seen. But it didn't give me any fruit, and I couldn't figure it out. So I did figure it out, I believe. A number of things happened. First of all, that tree is not doing well. And that really bothers me. So I've been babying it and working on it and feeding it good stuff. And that's where the nest of baby woodpeckers are, which I just saw them out there. I'm going to show you in a minute. So exciting. Anyway, so I'm starting this all over, and I put bulbs in there and then some coleus, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with that yet. But this tree I'm working on trying to get it healthy again. It doesn't get much sun, which it needs. And this is my wood for fires and stuff like that. And that is a ficus tree that started out as a baby ficus tree, and then I took it apart and I made 3 ficus trees. That's what I'm into, is divide and multiply, just with plants. That's the bar that I swing on when my back hurts. It's the best chiropractor there is. Just get on there, turn upside down, and hang. Hanging is the best thing you could ever do for yourself. It straightens out your whole body. And that is my wind chime that David bought me years ago. Some people don't like it. This is jasmine. It doesn't look that good. These are plants that I'm redoing. I'm taking all that down. That I'm redoing. And I went back there and cut down all those limbs back there. And then I cleaned this out. And this is a project where I'm taking bushes and then replanting them and seeing if I can get them to come up with no loving care. Doesn't look great, but we'll see. But, okay. This is compost. But over here, see, you can see that over there where I took those pieces of hydrangea, they're going to be real trees. You could see the green on them. It was so exciting. This is lettuce and kale and cabbage and cauliflower and broccoli and rosemary and basil and parsley and thyme and marjoram and oregano and sage, I think. Anyway, and I've got ginger growing somewhere. These need to be replanted before they die. Get them in the ground anyway. This is what happens to me. I get my fingernails so dirty that they never get clean. But, plants are just like us. Feed us. Make sure we're warm and covered. And they'll grow. My aloe grows so well here. These are all, I love this. Marion had those in her yard, and so I picked one from the woods, and look. Yeah, look at that. So if you can see, I'm trying to figure out what plants will grow on their own if you just pull them up. That's a tangerine tree. And it's doing well. It does need some neem. And this is lime. And this is lemon. And those are roses. I got so many different things going on. And it's hard to know where to work. And that's a magnolia. Let me see if I can show you the woodpecker. Maybe he's there. That would be really fun. I don't see him. He was out there. And by the way, things could be very scary in the world because our climate is changing so drastically. Not climate change. Gosh, it's so confusing because the media does everything they can do to manipulate and confuse. It's not about the climate changing. It's not the climate. It's the earth. It's the universe. It's that the universe is going through a phase that I don't think we have any control over. And there's not much we can do. So I had to decide not to focus on that and to trust God. Because I love science, and the more I learn, kind of the scarier it got. So, the best thing to do is to focus on those things that we can control, right? And we can control what we do from minute to minute, where we focus, what we love, what we do with what we love. So I guess this is the end of my first podcast. I sure did think it was fun, and hopefully it'll get better. Happy day.